Three, two, one.
You ready?
You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is the Real Pineapple. Will Smith, don't hurt me. This is your humble host, Hunter here. The Oscars is done. We did it. We are officially through the 2022 Oscars. Yeah, what a shocking amount to talk about. You know, we talk about the Oscars each year, or at least I typically try to. And goddamn, Will Smith just kind of lost his shit, didn't he? Will Smith couldn't help himself. It turned to an episode of Bel-Air. Not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but Bel-Air, because that shit got dark real quick. I'll get to Will Smith here in a few minutes, but first and foremost, shout out to one of my favorite films of 2021. I have not officially recorded my best of yet. That will be this week. Shout out to Coda. Spoiler alert, it is on my best of. One of my favorite films of the year. I am so fucking happy. I am so happy that this film is finally getting the recognition it deserves. You can watch it on Apple TV, by the way. Our review for Coda is up right now, live on the channel. But I am so happy for Coda. I am so happy that it not only got Best Picture, but also took home Best Supporting Actor. And it also took home, I want to say it was Best Adapted Screenplay. Best Adapted Screenplay. So I'm very happy. Really, for the most part, the only award that really pissed me off was Will Smith winning for Best Actor. But again, we will get to that. So I'm just going to run down just who won. Coda won for Best Picture. I picked Coda to win. So happy it did. I picked I picked Kristen Stewart to win for Spencer. Jessica Chastain won for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Gave an impassioned speech about the LGBTQ community, which I thought was really beautiful and well done. Slightly undercut by the fact that Tammy Faye was a crook just like her husband was, but still, Chastain's heart was in the right place, so I do appreciate what she had to say, at minimum, in that sense. Best Director, Jane Campion won for Power of the Dog. I fucking love Power of the Dog. I'm so happy that won. Very happy for her. Best Production Design, Dune. Dune won quite a few Oscars on the production, on the technical side. So really happy for Dune. Like I said, I enjoyed the film, wasn't in love with it because, white savior and the whole, it is part one of a larger story. But I thought Dune was a really good film. I'm happy that it got some love. But Dune won for Best Production Design. Best Documentary Feature, Summer of Soul won, which I picked. I'm so happy for Questlove and everyone involved with that film. Best Film Editing went to Dune. John Walker, congratulations, sir. I was a little upset because best original score went to Dune. I really thought that should have went to Power of the Dog, but Zimmer. So congratulations, Hans Zimmer. He gets another award to add to a trophy case. Best Adapted Screenplay went to Coda, as I mentioned earlier. Sion Heder. Congratulations. So happy for her. Best Original Screenplay went to Belfast. I'm a huge fan of Belfast. Have not reviewed it properly yet, but I definitely will be. Congratulations to Kenneth Branagh, who I think delivered personally his best film with Belfast, and I'll talk about that more when I do review it. Best Costume Design went to Cruella, Jenny Beavan, which I called on that. Thought Cruella was incredibly well done as far as the production stuff, so very happy for her. I haven't seen any of the live action shorts because for some reason those aren't available really. So the Long Goodbye one, which, congratulations. I think that's, I think that's incredible. Congratulations. Best international film, Drive My Car, which I will have more to talk about when I review it, but hell yeah, Drive My Car is the shit. So happy that one. Best supporting actor, Troy Kotsur won for Coda. He was incredible in that fucking movie, and I am so fucking happy for him. Again, Coda is one of my favorite films of the year. I know I mentioned already, but you can check out the review. I fucking adore that film, and I'm so happy that the Academy did not sleep on the film and actually went ahead and gave it some actual praise and recognition, because it really does fucking deserve it. It's an incredibly well done film. I stand by what I said about Coda. I'm a fan of Jessica Chastain. I've been a fan of hers for a while, but sweet googly moogly, the fact that Emilia Jones was not nominated for Coda for Best Actress is a crock of shit. She should have Nicole Kidman's nomination, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm gonna keep going here. Best animated short film. I think I mentioned that, but the Windshield Wiper won. Here's another one I'm a little disappointed with. Best animated feature. So I love Encanto. Let me just be clear. I love that film. I think it's an incredible piece of representation in the way that it speaks to generational trauma. But man, I wanted Mitchell's vs. Machines to win that shit. I really wanted Mitchell's vs. Machines to win. I think it deserved to win. I'm sad it didn't win, but hey, Encanto won. But yeah, in my humble opinion, it should have been Mitchell's vs. Machines. Continuing on, Dune won. Not surprising. Dune is an incredible spectacle just from visual standpoint alone. Best documentary short subject, The Queen of Basketball won, which I'm going to definitely try to have to seek out. Cinematography went to Greg Fraser for Dune, which congratulations. I think that was his first win in 7 nominations. So congrats. Dune also won for best sound. And then the one award I was even best actor, I was there's a world where Garfield wins this, which by the way, he should have. But best supporting actress, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, for my money, by far gave the best speech of the night, talking about being, being mixed race, being a gay woman, being, a member of the LGBTQ community, and talking about how, this could only happen in America. It was a truly inspired speech and something that I went, goddamn girl, I'm so happy that you won, and I look forward to what you're doing next and how West Side Story hopefully elevates your career and how this Oscar win elevates your career. And at the end of the day, I think that's the thing for me. And I've talked about this on the podcast when I've talked about the Oscars before. One of the things I love about the Oscars is that the Oscar can truly elevate your stock and take you from, that B-level actor or actress to, that A level. And Will Smith has been at that level for a while. I mean, at least 20 years. And so, you look at someone like Andrew Garfield, who I would say is, if he's not at that level, he's, at a B-plus tier. So I really was dude, an Oscar win would really, solidify that for you. So the fact he didn't win it, I'm just really dumb. But again, not surprising, but unfortunate. The best original song, I was actually very proud of myself for calling this shit. No Time to Die won, which, good for Billie Eilish and her brother, Phineas O'Connell. Really happy for y'all. Eyes of Tammy Faye won for makeup and hairstyling. And yeah, I think that's everything. But the big thing that's going to come out of this award, out of this Oscars by far, of course, is going to be Will Smith, slapping Chris Rock, and I'll get to that in a second. But what was I going to say? But the most popular film award went to Army of the Dead, which that was on my worst of list. Spoiler alert. It's a dog shit fucking movie. The Snyder stands were pissed off that you couldn't get They couldn't nominate Justice League, so they went for Army of the Dead, something that treats women like they're absolute fucking fools. So, congratulations, Snyder fans. You got your, quote, Oscar, unquote. Fucking stupid. But I want to talk about this, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm going to talk about this Chris Rock, Will Smith encounter real quick. So here's the thing. So Chris Rock makes this G.I. Jane joke about Jada Pinkett, and here's the thing, like, the moment, let's be clear, you can argue about whether Chris Rock crossed the line or if it was in bad taste, whatever. You can argue, we can go round and round on that, all night. Here's the issue. Chris Rock is a comedian, and he said something. You don't get to put your hands on someone just because they said something that you don't fucking like or that pisses you off. So the moment Will Smith done that, he should have went ahead and gone ahead and been thrown out of the fucking building. And the thing is too, in Will's speech later on when he won Best Actor, to have the fucking balls, to have the fucking gall to go ahead and talk about preach about being a vessel of love. It's like, dude, fuck off, man. You don't get to have it both ways like that. You don't get to go ahead and do some hood shit like that and then go ahead and go, oh, we need to be all about love and he's my brother. Like, fuck you, dude. And let's call it what it is. Yes, I understand. Will Smith has had some incredible performances because, look, I thought he should have won for Ali back in, oh god, what would that have been, 99, 2000, something like that? I thought he should have won for Ali. You could have even argued he could have won for Pursuit of Happiness, but King Richard, this is one of those films that, and I tweeted about this. This is one of those films that Hollywood makes, that white Hollywood makes, to go ahead and make themselves feel better and act like racism doesn't exist. And the fact that this movie is, it's called King Richard, but it's, so it operates under the smoke screen of being about the ascension of Venus and Serena Williams, but then has the balls to go ahead and just be all about him. And during Will Smith's acceptance speech, where he, let's call it what it is, started rambling like a motherfucker, the fact of the matter is, when he's talking about, being a vessel of love and, like, how King Richard stood up for his family, my first thought was, motherfucker, what family? I'm sorry, he had multiple kids of multiple different women, and I'm supposed to sit here and go, oh man, Will Smith is speaking up for King Richard. Like, fuck King Richard. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, as I was sitting there and watching this, this was a horrendous look for Will Smith. It's one of those things I just go, wow, man. Like, look, I understand. Will Smith has been called corny and it has been called not a true white guy, and he's had every insult thrown at him. But let's be real. That's being black. I've been called white so many goddamn times. If I had $1 for every time someone called me white or questioned my skin tone, oh my god, I'd own my own film studio at this point. So him being an asshole, like, you don't get to go ahead and do that. Like, you do not get to slap someone. Sorry, that's not how this shit fucking works. So people going like, Will Smith's a hero. Yeah, fuck Chris Rock. I'm sorry, we're just gonna go around slapping people because we don't agree with what they say? And let's be clear, that's not even a bad fucking joke. It really wasn't. So, I lost a lot of respect. I lost a ton of respect for Will Smith tonight. And it's one of those things where I just go, dude, you got your Oscar. Like, every analyst and, the betting odds and all that, everyone pretty much had Smith pegged to go ahead and win this award. I was hoping for Andrew Garfield because I stand by the shit. The award, as far as my ranking, would have been Garfield 1, would have been Cumberbatch 2, Denzel 3, then it should have been Nicolas Cage 4 for Pig, and then Joaquin Phoenix 5 for Come On, Come On. Because all due respect to Javier Bardem, dude, I love you. You did not deserve this Best Actor nomination for Being the Ricardos, and Will Smith damn sure didn't deserve his nomination for that. Here's the thing. King Richard is just The Blind Side, but starring black people. That's exactly what King Richard is. No more, no less. Oh, hey, you want to go ahead and hear about this black girl's journey? Oh, did we fucking forget to mention that there's another daughter that was going to nursing school, that the movie doesn't even mention what the fuck happens to her. They just go, up, who cares? She's gonna be a nurse, maybe, sort of, shut up. The whole Nancy Reagan thing that they throw in there about, oh man, these black kids using drugs like weed, thank God white people don't do that. Like, fuck off. That movie is fucking problematic as hell. And Will Smith, like, if you want to argue it, it's a good performance at best. It damn sure is not Oscar worthy, let alone Oscar winning. So people celebrating this shit, because I know there will be those people who go, oh my God, he won, congratulations. No, fuck that, y'all. Like, he did not deserve to win. And it just really bums me out that he won, because again, Andrew Garfield, I think, absolutely crushed it in Tick, Tick, Boom. He's one of the best actors we have. He'll be back because Andrew Garfield, I believe, has more to give us as an audience and as an actor. But goddamn, it's fucking disappointing. And I just want to give the dude a hug. I'm really sad. I'm really sad that he didn't win. But unfortunately, Garfield lost. So I really don't have. Oh, I guess I should talk about this real quick. The Academy, can we never do 3 fucking hosts again? Like, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall, Amy Schumer. So Amy Schumer made one joke about King Richard being about, just about King Richard and not about the Williams sisters. That joke actually made me laugh. That I actually did get an actual laugh out of that. But Regina Hall did this really awkward sketch where she had guys coming up on stage, and she said, oh yeah, I'm single, and oh, your COVID test came back positive, so I have to go ahead and inspect all of you one-on-one. So she brought up like Javier Bardem and like Jason Momoa and Tyler Perry and I think Chalamet. I'm blanking on who else. Oh my gosh, Simu Liu she brought up, but it was one of those sketches that just went on way too long. And that was kind of the theme from a lot of the sketches here. There was a sketch where Wanda Sykes went to the Oscar kind of museum and was seeing different props from different movies. That went on easily at least 4 minutes too long. All of Amy Schumer's bit, for the most part, I just were dragging on. Let's never do 3 hosts again. Can we get back to 1 host? Can we get that right before we expand the field to fucking 3? Like, you could have had, I think if you had Regina Hall and Wanda Sykes together, I think that could have worked. But Amy Schumer really just did feel like a third wheel. She made this joke about Leo and being like, oh, Leo's doing so much for the environment, and oh, he's leaving a carbon footprint for his, for his kids, aka like the women he dates. And the one thing I will say about Amy Schumer that really did piss me off is she was talking about like, oh man, the Oscars, it's so artsy. Oh, I didn't see everything though, because I'm a mom now, which I was just like, oh my God, of course you'd bring that up. And, oh, like this movie, I didn't see it, but that's cool. And I'm just like, why are you even at the fucking Oscars? Like, why are you here? If you're not going to take film seriously, and look, the people who vote for, the Academy Board, those people who get to vote for this shit, this is what they get to do. I have a fucking day job, and I saw every Best Picture nominee, and I'm sitting there going, wow, the way you're so lackadaisical about, oh, I didn't see everything. It's like, well, then why are you here? Why should I trust your fucking opinion, you fucking asshole? Like, it was one of those things that just went, give me a fucking break. But, Amy Schumer was like, oh, I'm so cool. Like, I really just hated everything she said for the most part. Like, 95% of what Amy Schumer said, I just rolled my eyes at. So, Yes, can we please, for the love of God, never do 3 hosts ever again? Let's do 1 host next year. Let's see if we can get that right before we expand the field, because, God, 3 hosts did not fucking work. But, outside of that, y'all, I'm going to wrap up by saying, again, congratulations to Coda for winning Best Picture. You can check that out on Apple TV. I highly recommend that you do. It is well worth your fucking time. What was, that's what I'll ask everyone. What was your biggest Oscar surprise, independent of the Will Smith, Chris Rock drama? What was your biggest award surprise? That's what I'll ask you. I think for me, it would probably be Zimmer winning for best score. I was actually surprised by that. I thought Power of the Dog had that. But yeah, talk to me, people. What was your favorite, what was your biggest Oscar surprise? What was your favorite Oscar moment? Let us know in the comments. You can follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. You can follow Scott on Twitter at Nearman1st. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple and Google Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and TuneUp, to name a few spots at The Real Pineapple. You can follow yours truly on Letterboxd as well at Black Shazam, and you can find me on TikTok at Black Shazam 775, and you can like both our Facebook pages at The Real Pineapple and Real Pineapple Games. That's REEL Pineapple. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We'll have a review up this week for Morbius, oh god, as well as other of the Best Picture nominees, including oh my gosh, our West Side Story reviews up, but including Don't Look Up. We'll have reviews up for Drive My Car, which won Best Foreign Film, which congratulations again, along with some other stuff. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe out there, wear a mask, take care of each other, stay safe, and we will talk to you soon.